Hey, this is Ellie Church, and you're watching Mr. Tony of the Dead.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Mr. Tony of the Dead here, and I have another movie review for everybody out there. This one's on a movie called Brain Damage. This is written and directed by Frank Henenlotter, and it's from Arrow Video USA. And what this movie is about, well, it's about this little creature, this parasite named Elmer, and he comes across, well, I should say Brian, the guy, his host, comes across Elmer, and Elmer is like this, like I say, he's a parasite, and he attaches himself to you, and he has this like juice inside of him, and he like pretty much injects you with it, and like when they show it, it's like hitting his brain, and it like gets you like high. It's almost like an LSD trip. It's like a very addicting drug. Then the host needs Elmer, but Elmer also needs you for the time being, and Elmer actually eats brains, and what he does basically is while you're under this LSD trip, you can't really remember anything, what's going on, and while Elmer's not really controlling you, but he is in a way, he strikes, and that's how he eats, and so that's how he uses you as the host to get his food. One, two, three. Like I said, he attaches himself to this guy named Brian. He lives in New York. It's 1980s New York, so it's very kind of gritty looking and run down. And his apartment building is a little not run down, but it's not like it's not a nice apartment building or anything. And he lives there with his brother, and he has a girlfriend and everything. And like I said, he meets Elmer one day, and accidentally, really, Elmer kind of attached himself to him. And Elmer is actually voiced by John Zacherley, and Elmer is, it's actually, his name is Elmer, but it's like Almer, I forget how you say it. Elmer, I think it is, and it's like he's been around for hundreds of years and all this kind of stuff. And there's like a history they talk about it in the movie because his previous owners, the ones that they were getting the juice off of him, basically Elmer like got away from him, and then he went to Brian. It kind of sounds like it's like a friendship, but it's really not. It's Elmer is like he's a very intelligent person, creature. He's kind of like looks kind of like a blue and black penis in a way. But it's a very colorful, bright movie for like I said, for being like in 80s gritty New York. It's really a really cool picture, to be honest. The effects in this is pretty cool. The voice of Elmer, like I said, he has a very calming voice, and but when he's cocky too, it's even calm. Like it's just, but he's like, oh, you need me, like it. It's just crazy stuff. Like I said, a lot of crazy effects in this movie, especially the kills. Most of the time, how Elmer kills somebody is he'll jump out and he'll like attach themselves on their head, and then kind of looks like a big penis on their head. But he's basically eating the inside, eating their brains, and he also will go inside somebody's mouth too. A lot of blood and grossness there, but there's one thing that bothered me is like nobody, I guess, I don't know, I never had something trying to eat my brains, but nobody bothered to try to just grab them and pull them off. But I guess maybe they just weren't thinking because their brains are getting eaten. But yeah, Elmer is really cool, and his mouth like opens really wide, and there's like a bunch of teeth in there, and there's like this thing that comes out. It's like a little, it's like a little wire looking thing, and it goes into like a hole in the back of their neck, and like I say, deposits this juice on their brain. And in order to use the juice, he needs the brains to eat, and in order for them to get the juice, they have to let him, like I said, get the brains, and that's how he gets the juice. So they kind of do need each other. But yeah, it was a really fun kind of movie. It actually looks like a movie, to be honest, that looks like it was made more recently, like lower budget. And and I'm not saying that's anything bad. It kind of felt, I don't know, it kind of felt like a really cool like more modern movie, like, but and like Frank, I know I'm probably saying that name wrong, Henenlotter, maybe I'm not saying it wrong, but he did like Basket Case, Frankenhooker, those kind of movies. There's even a little shout out to Basket Case in this, and which was cool. And but yeah, I think this edition is really good. I saw the transition of it. It looks really nice, cleaned up very well. Sounded good. Everything, all that kind of stuff sounded good to me. Probably one of my favorite scenes in this movie is the blowjob scene, and that's all I'm going to say about it. It's you don't see it coming. There's actually a slipcover to this. I'll show you the front here a little closer. It has a really nice feel to it. It almost feels like Crimes of Passion, that movie, how the slipcover felt like, kind of, but not as much. Like I kind of felt like I would compare it to like a rose petal. That's what I kind of thought that felt like. This kind of feels like it too. This is feels a little different than this, but it's a really nice cover. I like that brain, on there, and the electricity coming out. Also, this movie has like an ending that like makes me like. It was my first time watching it. It made me think like, what happened now? What was that all about? And I'm not going to give it away, but the cover, like I said, is really cool, and I'll show you the inside. And here you go, you got another cover here, and this is newly commissioned artwork from Sarah Deck, and it's pretty cool. You see Elmer there, he's like attached. This is actually like a scene from the movie that while you're watching, you'll notice it. But you got Elmer there on Brian's neck, and that's like the newer artwork, like I said. And then you actually have a reversible sleeve, which I'll show you right now. And here's the reversible sleeve. It's more of the original cover. And there is a booklet in here, which I'll show you. And there you have the inside. You have the Blu-ray here. And you have the DVD, which is a really, really cool looking DVD. I think that looks, it's kind of like the slipcover, but it's a little brighter. I think that looks awesome on there. And I really like Elmer as well. He's a very likable character. And these are both Region A, so only, United States players. American players. And then you get this little booklet here, and you can see a little bit better picture of Elmer. And like I said, here's the booklet. It's not a big booklet, but it's it's there. It has some really awesome pictures in here. And like I said, there's like a cover. The cover art for here, the original cover art. There was a lot of different ideas they had. Like there's a better picture of Elmer. He's kind of cute in a way too, and. There's like previous owners and that, which I'll tell you, I'm going to say this right now. This lady, I don't know her personally or anything, but oh my God, does she have a scream that like drives you crazy. Like it's like, oh my God, shut the hell up. But that and this scene here it's so weird. It's so funny too, because he's all normal and Elmer pops up and he like gets all like, yeah, like it's crazy. But it's weird because they almost form a bond, and the way it's like I said, there's other artwork you see in here. It's like an addiction. Like I said, he's addicted to him, and when you like try to give up Elmer, or like you don't have him, and because of that juice, you kind of like start to detox off of him, and it's like very painful looking. It's kind of like people on drugs or alcoholics or heroin addicts would probably be the best example of this, because of how they get, and it's really more of like a modern day, not that it didn't happen back then, but you hear about it way more now than you probably did back then, and it's just crazy. Like it's kind of scary how they get addicted to him, and like I said, he's just like a kind of a likable character. He's a villain, he's an evil guy, but he's kind of likable. I also like on the spine there they have a little Elmer picture. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, all in all, I would say this is definitely an excellent edition. I've never watched this before. I've never seen it on any other edition. I believe it came out, I want to say Synapse or something like that, but I've never watched them. And I've heard of this movie, but I've never watched it until now, and I gotta say it was a lot of fun. It's just a crazy good time, and so if you're gonna get this, this edition is really, really good. Like I said, I didn't go through over all the limited edition contents on here, but there's a lot. I'm just going to show you that. Like, there's a lot. There's like walkthrough of like where they shot stuff in New York. They, you know, have interviews, Q&As. There's so much stuff on here. It's definitely well worth picking up, especially if you like this movie. It definitely has a cult following, and you know, it's a good time, and I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this movie. In the description box below, I'll put a link to the trailer, and you can check that out and you know, get a better idea of it. And you know, that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Horrormino, and you know, if you're interested in buying this movie, there'll be a link below as well where you can go and pick one up. So that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.